everyone, to another episode of the world's greatest news and reviews. On today's show, we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 6 finale. Was it awesome? Did it suck? We'll get into that. So, alright, so Lonnie here is kind of our resident Walking Dead expert. He's the one who's read all the comics and is always kind of filling us in on what the differences are. And whenever I bitch about the show, he's the one who's like, no, it doesn't suck because reasons. So, we're gonna talk about the finale a bit, and we'll talk a little bit about 6 as a whole and kind of the show as a whole. So, let's start out with just overall thoughts on the finale. What did you think?
So for me,
Suck it. So I thought the season finale. I thought was I loved the episode. I did not like the ending. Like a lot of people did not like the ending. I felt with this season as a whole, there were too many cliffhangers. We didn't need all that.
I feel like you're stealing shit.
I didn't feel that at first, but he changed my mind. Like he does with a lot of people. But all in all, I like the build up to Negan, and I honestly some people don't like the side story with Morgan and Carol.
I said overall. We'll get into all that. Damn.
Oh well, shit. I'm sorry.
You're just so excited.
Yeah, I am excited. I'm sorry.
He liked it.
Overall,
so.
I liked it.
Okay. Overall, real quick, like in a sentence. Let's sum it up in a sentence.
Whatever, screw you.
If I had to sum it up in a sentence, I would have to say, no, I'm just fucking with you.
You guys suck.
I enjoyed it. I really, really liked the way they built up introducing Negan. I really
good.
did.
Yeah.
So overall, I would have to say it was very good.
I agree.
Okay. So let's dive into it a little bit, okay?
What
So
did you think? don't no.
Yeah,
Let's hear
come
it.
on.
I'm gonna dive into it. It was crap, and I'm gonna tell you about it's crap. You know what? They did build up to Negan very well. They did. They made him this ominous figure, right? They made him scary. I think a lot of shit happened was very convenient, and the point that he made about the cliffhangers was one that I made to him. Here's the thing: I wouldn't mind the season ending on a cliffhanger. Okay, I wouldn't care if this is the first time the show's done it. The Walking Dead used to be in a category with only Game of Thrones that actually inspired a legitimate sense of dread and fear because we thought any character could die at any time. Now, to be fucking completely clear, killing main characters doesn't make a show good. But in a show like The Walking Dead, where we should fear that something as simple as a supply run could result in a death, they did an amazing job for a long time at making that feel real and a visceral fucking thing. And then this season, they stooped to bullshit fucking TV cliches. The Glenn thing was horseshit, okay? We're gonna film it to where Glenn falls down, there's a shit ton of zombies, we're gonna cut the audio, show bullshit blood splatter on the camera, and we're gonna pretend he's dead for 3 days. Nobody bought it. Nobody thought it was okay. Nobody thought that it was legit. And then 3 episodes later, he just shows up, right? That was cheap. The Daryl thing, the episode before, we're gonna shoot him off camera and show the blood splatter. Did anybody think Daryl was dead? Nobody fucking thought Daryl was dead. That was cheap. And this was cheap also. The show used to be better than this, and that's why I'm pissed off. Go.
You just changed my mind. Just fucking joking. You're talking out your ass. No, I'm joking. I don't agree with that even a little bit. The Glenn thing I kind of get, but the Daryl thing, the guy said at the end, you'll be okay. At the very end, the bad guy, after Daryl gets shot, the blood splatter, all you
Then
hear
why show
is,
us that over-the-top blood splatter if not to give us a false sense of his death?
well, that would have been the case if
Well,
he
if you were
hadn't
listening
said
and throwing the
anything.
remote down saying, fuck this show, you probably would have heard that. He said he'll
So,
be okay.
let me say this. The Walking Dead, I'm frustrated with a lot of the time because it's very up and down to me. It's very inconsistent. Sometimes the writing and what happens on the show, it's one of the best on television, and sometimes it's fucking boring, right? I don't like the new format. 8 episodes, mid-season break, 8 episodes. Because ever since it went to that, 1, 16 episodes is too much for this show. 2, when it goes to it, I can run down every season, or every mid-season. 2 great episodes, 2 really good episodes, and 4 that are just filler. Did we need a 90-minute episode with Discount Book of Eli? Like, did we need Morgan? Did that need to be 90 minutes? On that note, the finale didn't need to be 90 minutes. Nobody else thought it was too long?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Oh. Here's the thing. We're going to drive in the RV. We're going to run into people. Cool. So let's go on another road. We're going to drive in the RV. Fuck, more people. Hey, let's go drive in the RV some more. Really?
Okay.
No.
This is what
Calm
I got out of that. Was that you saw the entire episode, Rick realizing that he's losing control.
Right.
Realizing that there's a bigger, badder group out there. And that's
Yes.
fine.
And that
you
they're
see
damn
that
near
at the very
infinite.
end, the look on his face.
So
Oh, yeah.
okay, and that's fine.
During the whole
Yeah.
the whole ending scene is just him realizing,
We're not.
holy shit,
You're
I am
shitless.
nothing.
I
what
get
the fuck
that.
is gonna
I
happen?
feel like it didn't.
And it
need
brought
to
me
take-
back to the beginning to where he doesn't know how to do this.
So here's my question.
I agree.
So I like that they showed how they set them up and every route that they could possibly take really is just a display of their size and power.
Yeah.
Did they know that Maggie was going to get sick right away? Like, because not then they were waiting out there for days that they just might happen to make a supply run to the hill.
No, I think they were just waiting out like a siege, and
So
when it
there
came
was people
time-
just standing on the road for a week
Well,
because
'cause-
they had no idea when they were going to go back to the hill.
look at once you know more about their group, you know why they were able to do that. It's because they don't have to make supply runs.
No,
They are just soldiers
they're getting their supplies
in an
from
army in a
No,
feudal
no.
system.
I'm talking about Rick's group. How did they had no idea to know when they would drive back to that other group to the hilltop to the doctor, right?
Okay.
Unless they like poisoned Maggie or something. So I'm saying if they're going to strategically place everybody there to stop the RV, they had to know that they loaded everybody up and were leaving to make a supply run. So that means they had to know that Maggie was sick.
Not like he's saying. They have supplies. They could sit out there and just wait. They could be an outpost. They're just waiting for somebody. They know if something happens, they need supplies or anything. They have to go these ways, these
So
routes to
they
get
know,
to where they're trying to get
even
to.
if it's not Rick and his group, somebody's going to fucking go by there.
And also
their
remember-
whole thing is terrorizing anybody that comes around.
And also remember that the two other characters got kidnapped, so they know that their friends are going to come after them
What are
anyway.
the two characters?
Right.
Oh, Daryl and
Yeah.
Michonne.
Yeah.
Michonne and Glenn.
So
Yep.
I'm fine on the display of power. I
You
am.
shorten the siege by, that was incidental,
Mhm.
but they knew that rather than days or weeks or months, they knew that it was probably going to be sooner.
sooner.
That the
They're
leader-
probably thinking days at the max.
Yeah, and they're thinking
Okay,
that the
I can buy
leader,
that.
which is Rick, they don't know really who he is, but they know that the leader is going to come out eventually, can come looking for his people.
I can buy that. I'm still iffy though, but
Okay.
I think the fact that they attacked them first, one of their like little outposts or whatever, and murdered all of them, kind of would show them how they're gonna jump and react and attack before they have
Exactly.
all the chips or all the info, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you think that based on that action, they were
This
able to kind of figure out his
it
strategy.
shows
for
me
shit.
that given the kind of system that they have, and that how it shows to me how Negan is actually very intelligent.
You know what? I can
he
give
is
you it.
he
Yeah.
is waiting for an opportunity. He's not going to just going to go and retaliate
You
because
know-
he
yeah.
knows he's going to lose people by doing that.
You know what made me realize like
Mm.
how methodical he was when they actually did capture Maggie and Carol, and the chick was on the radio and she's like switching to emergency channel, blah blah blah, tactical blah 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 blah. I was like, oh my god, they got like fucking all that worked out.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
holy shit.
They've been doing this for a while. I mean, I base a lot of my stuff on this from the graphic novel. So it's Negan's group, as you saw at the end, is huge. I mean, his compound. If they portray it in the next season like they do in the graphic novel, it's
How many people does
it's
he
big.
have roughly?
I don't know. I think the part that they show there is just part of what he has. He's not gonna bring his whole.
No,
His
I
whole
know,
group.
but just do you ever get in the comic?
You
an
never.
overview?
You just know that he has a lot of people. You never really get a number.
Mhm.
I mean,
You know,
just
they just
based
know.
off
They
of-
always say that they have more. Like the hilltop people know that Negan has a larger army than they could have put together.
Mhm.
Another group that's coming out, which these people are from. These are the people that picked up Morgan and Carol. There's
Yeah.
another group out there. That group
So-
also says that hey,
Oh.
Negan has
And
a lot
based off
people.
of all of the soldiers, the different soldiers you've seen, it's probably been roughly 40 soldiers,
More.
maybe
I'd say
more,
more.
50.
They look
Okay.
more, yeah.
And-
So-
and those are just the fighting people.
Yeah, that's just your soldiers. That's going to be a fraction of what is actually back
Yeah.
defending your
If you look at
compound.
Rick's group, that's the fighters.
So you're
is,
talking
what, 6
250
Yeah.
people at minimum.
Yeah.
That's
No, I'm
most
not-
likely in his compound.
I'm not arguing the fact that they made his group seem menacing. I'm not arguing the fact that it did sell the point that Rick was like, oh my god, I fucking didn't think about this enough, and blah blah. And that's look of dread on his face when he realized he was beat. I just thought that the episode was really drawn out and kind of like you could have like emphasized that in a better way. I think it really had to just bash it in fucking people's heads. Oh look, there's more people. Oh look, there's more people. Oh look, there's more people. I feel like it didn't need to spoon feed that to us. I feel like we would have got that in other ways.
Well,
I like the
think-
subtlety of it, though.
I
There
think
wasn't any subtlety.
I think
Oh,
every
sure
time
there
they
was.
came to a roadblock, or figuratively or in reality, you saw the look on Rick's face. Like,
No,
okay,
yeah,
no, we're
but
gonna go over here and do this.
Yeah, the first couple times, like,
We
okay,
got
we
this.
can go
Okay,
this route.
we're gonna go this
He
way.
was still, he had some composure.
Yeah.
But the second, or the
Third.
second to last and the last time, he's like, he pretty much had that, oh
So,
shit. Like,
Does anybody else think Maggie was poisoned? Because it's just convenient that she got sick at that exact right
I
time.
guess you assume that was because
Of the
of
baby.
but maybe she was
Well, that's the
poisoned.
thing.
Maybe it was all a setup.
Well, she gets poisoned,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Because again, I think it's very convenient timing that they were just on the road waiting for them to come up. So I think she was poisoned. I think
you keep-
something happened to
I think
her.
you keep forgetting that even if she was a poison, they would still go out looking for their people. Remember, they still
Yeah.
had Glenn, Michonne, and Daryl. They had 3 other people.
But
So-
they didn't know necessarily the leader was going to be going, and that he was going to have all his people.
What about the
but this
food that they
whole-
got from Hilltop?
Yeah, but how did they know
Maybe.
they were going to go back to the hilltop?
No, I'm just saying, like in the initial stash, maybe there was a guy on the inside that. Nah, maybe it's a little.
I
Well,
heard-
that
I
would
heard-
be an all is
I heard
revealed
an
where
issue-
he's
here's
the
the-
accept
I
scene.
I heard an interesting theory, which is why I keep bringing it up.
Okay.
And it was somebody else's theory on YouTube. His name is actually Jeremy Johns. You should go check out his channel. He's fucking awesome. His theory, and it's kind of out there, is that Carol poisoned her. And that's why she took off right immediately after. And that's why at the end, when she's like getting shot, she's like, just let me die, just let me die. She looks like somebody who is guilty and just fucking wants to die for what she did. I don't know how much I buy into that. It was just an interesting theory.
I don't
Well,
mind
that's-
that at all because
I don't know.
Carol was really into Maggie being somebody else, not in the fighting, because she's pregnant with this baby.
True, she loved
And
the
then
baby.
Carol's she was now switching over to almost Morgan status to where she doesn't want to fight people, and she's like, she made a list in that one episode of the people that not dead but living people that she killed. There's in her diary. There's a list. So she's feeling bad at that. She wants to go away from that. So I think she left because she knows if she stays with the group, she's going to have to kill more people in order for the group to survive. She's going to have to. So
My
I think
biggest
she left
disappointment
because of
with this season is what they did to Carol. Okay, Carol was a weak, sniveling nobody that nobody cared about, and then they turned her into fucking Rambo, and it was great. Okay, you don't go from just murdering everybody at Terminus like the Terminator, from intimidating a little child, right? Saying, "Oh, they're gonna eat you while you're
God.
alive," from murdering the saviors or whatever when they attacked Alexandria indiscriminately. Right, and then when they get captured, and she's doing the "oh, don't hurt me," like I thought, okay, well this is fake. Like she's on the Lord of the Man, she's got the fucking cross and all that crap, the rosary, right? And then she just killed everyone.
Right.
But then when she's at the chick, she's like, "I told you to go." I was like, why in the fuck? Okay, I get Carol, like empathizing that Maggie has a baby and wanting to keep her safe and not wanting Maggie to have to fight anymore. But this is a chick that's killed your people, that threatened Maggie. Like, why would you even hesitate for a second? And then I was like, okay, maybe she just related to this person. Then when she leaves, she's still carrying the rosary around. She's still acting like a weak, afraid character. She's killing to save her life.
Right.
So then I would argue the fact that you're saying she knows if she stays there, she'll have to kill. She'll still kill if she has to. That would be a person like Morgan who would avoid killing completely.
But she hesitates now. She didn't hesitate when she got into that badass stage. She's hesitating now, and it's after Morgan talked to her when they had their little duel, their little fight, and he sees, and because he saved that wolf, that guy with the wolves, and he's just, he kidnapped Denise, whatever. But she saw that the guy actually changed and was trying to save Denise. He actually got bit and was trying to save her. So she's seeing that Morgan's saying that people can change. She didn't want to believe it because she's in that whole kill or be killed. But she's seeing that you can change, and now she's kind of
And
like
you
going
might
down
be
that road
completely
where-
right, and that might be exactly the direction they're going with the character. I just don't like it. I don't like how you're just dumbing down this character that you built up to be a badass. I feel like the show also sometimes just makes people lose their shit for no reason. Like Sasha last year. She just I'm just gonna lose it and kind of go run around and shoot walkers for no fucking reason. Rick lost it like 3 times on the show. Like they make people just have a break
There's no
that doesn't fit for the character.
Okay, Sasha was the reason she lost her boyfriend and her.
A
Didn't she
character-
lose her brother when she did that break?
She lost
So she's
the
lost-
brother. Yeah, but the boyfriend,
There's a
who
reason
she didn't
for it.
even like in the beginning of that season, who like tried to make a move on her, and she's like, no, like
Maggie
don't.
didn't like Glenn either, but she ended up.
No, but she fucked him in the first
Okay.
time they met.
So Sasha didn't like.
No, I'm just saying, sometimes they make the characters do shit completely out of left field that doesn't fit for what they're doing. I get it, it's a stressful world and people are going to break, but you know what? The way they do it, I don't think is written the best sometimes. That's my point.
Well, I don't know. I disagree. You're not changing my mind.
No, I'm not trying to change your mind, I'm just voicing what I
Well,
think
that's
are some
fine.
flaws.
That's fine. And that's with those certain things. I just think there's a reason to everything that's happening. I mean,
I'm not
The only
disagreeing,
thing that
I'm
I-
just saying the reason isn't
the
that
only
good.
thing that I absolutely hated, was Tyrese was a big pussy. He wasn't like that in the graphic novel, and he wasn't like that at first, and he became this big giant pussy. Like, You know,
Was he not a pussy the whole time?
no, not really. He was. I mean, he would kill when he needed to kill things. Like I'd say he was killing walkers when he needed to kill walkers. Then he started wanting to kill them.
Oh, yeah.
Remember he said in the
Hard
car,
to
he's like, I
not kill a
can't
walker.
do it. Like, push him out, let him get eaten. Fuck him, you know. It's like, honestly.
Okay, we've been going for a minute.
Okay, so
what do you
we're
guys think?
not even on the season finale anymore. We're like, all over the
yeah,
place.
that's okay. What do you guys think? Like, what? Not necessarily on what we're talking about. What did you take away from the episode or this season in general?
I liked, again, the build-up, and then you seeing how little control Rick had, and then how much control Negan has. He seems like a guy who has multiple backup plans, multiple
Mhm.
contingencies, and
He seems very smart, strategic, and methodical.
yeah, and he's not killing just to kill. He's gonna kill you to make a point to your group.
Well, he even said he wants them to work for him. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to kill them.
Yeah, he's setting up a feudal society, which I find
Terrifying.
incredibly interesting because that's how you have to do it in a survival situation when you're out at some distance from the initial event. Because eventually you're gonna have to reestablish society, and he's doing just that.
He's looking at the
Now,
long game.
we may not like it. We don't want to be the guys in the fields, being the farmers. But guess what? If everybody's gonna get fed, you got to put your best people on defense, and you got to put your best people on the farms.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have any like, oh, I'm going to do this today. It just doesn't work. And he realizes that, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to accomplish that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was genius how he's using intimidation to get people to do what he wants.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Straight up, all is he saying? Give me half your shit.
Yeah.
And then Jeffrey Dean Morgan was fucking
Love
fantastic.
him.
Like, he was really good in that role.
He nailed Negan. So a lot of things from this season that I took, and I think a lot of it I'm excited because I've read the graphic novel. I know what's to come, or even if they don't go the exact route, there are times with the graphic novel in the series that they're on the same road, the same path, and the show branches off, and that's expected to happen. But this season I love the whole thing with Negan because a lot of people don't even realize what is in store for Rick's group, and the part where Rick sees that he's that end where he's scared shitless, he's sitting there, he's like, they're no longer the group that is like the fighters that basically outdoes everything. Everybody that they've come across, they've won, and they have never seen a group this big together. I mean, the whistling crap was kind of creepy in itself.
Yeah.
Went on a
You're
little too long,
in
though,
the
yeah.
dark, and I mean it's all psychological. And he's doing this, and he finally comes out of the RV like, here's this guy. So I love the way they did all that, and
Even when everyone was like, I'm Negan. Like, in
Yeah,
the first compound. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't give away who their leader was.
and that's pretty bad. That's badass. It's like, so now, they have no choice. Like he said, whatever group they come across, the guy said in the with Daryl, that motorcycle group, when they were there, he said we always kill at least the first or one of the guys that when we come across somebody. So, Negan said himself, I don't want to kill you, I want you to work for me, but one of you are gonna have to die. And I think if you think about how often they've done that, that's probably why their army is so big, their group is so big, because he probably brought him in on fear. They were
I
following
think
him
that
based
also
on fear.
serves a second purpose, other than just coercion and intimidation. I think it might also serve the purpose of like how in Roman times you had gladiator pits. In every stage of civilization, you've had some show of bloodlust, and that might serve to keep his people in line so they can get that taste of blood without running rampant.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think it serves as a dual purpose on that.
Yeah, so in all, I mean, I love this season, but I did end up agreeing with Vic when he was talking about the cliffhangers. There were too many cliffhangers for sure. There was no need. You have this build up, and then he bashes the head into the person. He's like, so show us who the hell it
I was
was.
about to say, like, okay, I get the cliffhanger because you want people to talk,
Right.
but if he bashed freaking Abraham or Glenn or whoever it was gonna be, and like that's the last shot is homeboy's fucking scattered or just
Yeah.
destroyed skull,
People still gonna talk.
they would
about
lose
it.
their shit.
Yeah, they would lose their shit, and they'd be upset about that character for the rest of the time until
And
it
it
starts
would
up
be
again
more
in October.
organic. A cliffhanger just feels kind of cheap. That's my.
Yeah.
I guess that's my main
It feels
complaint.
cheated, and I think a lot
They
of
could
fans.
still have a cliffhanger just on how they're going to deal with it next
That
season.
would be the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't need to think that somebody's going to die, for a cliffhanger. You mean just, I'm interested already. I'm already watching your show.
You know what other
You
little
don't need
thing
to pull this shit.
I would change? So they announced that Jeffrey Dean Morgan was Negan for season 6, right? They announced that a while back,
Mhm.
right? and he doesn't show up till the last 10 minutes of the finale. Okay, and it's cool, but everyone was like, I know for a few episodes, and I was like, well, where's Negan? I'm like, when are they gonna find Negan? Negan, blah blah, because that's a big actor and it's a big role
Yep.
and all. What I think they should have done was announce Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Negan, season 7. So that way you're not expecting it at all, and then the
when you
last
see
10
him,
minutes
yes.
he shows up, and you would have
Yeah.
fanboyed the hell out. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's Negan,
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yeah,
they
that's
should
very
have
true.
like just kind of
I agree.
curved it a
Yeah,
little
because
bit.
the second he walks out, you know, well, obviously that's Negan because you knew
Well, like I'm
that
checking
he
my
was
watch the whole
playing.
time. I was like, really? Like, when is
Where's
he
he
showing
at?
So
up?
how many seasons are they going to have with Negan? Are they going to pull the governor route where
Fuck
they
the
just
governor.
keep having him in perpetuity?
So-
or
Oh, Rick could have killed
Negan,
him a long time
one of
ago.
the things
Yeah,
like
so
Negan,
talk.
I was really wondering how they were going to portray him on AMC because Negan's favorite word is the F bomb. He drops it all the time. So just changing that language, I think that's why there's a lot of shit,
Yeah.
like the word shit in
That's
there.
why
instead
I'm
of-
worried about Preacher.
So Negan, it's himself in the. I don't know how long the show's going to go with it, but he makes the governor look like a Boy Scout. There's no. I mean, Negan is on
But
a
how
different
long are
level.
they dealing with him for?
They're gonna deal with him for a while, but it's not gonna be as boring because there's shit that he does that this
Yeah.
group is not gonna. They're not gonna know what to do, and they're
Well,
like,
AMC heard you and they're like, challenge accepted.
so.
Make it boring.
So yeah, they deal with him, and then like I said, one of the things, spoiler alert, they're
Oh yeah, spoilers. Shit.
So
I'll put that up.
Morgan and Carol, when they come across that person, you saw the sign says you're alive, and there's a horse there. So when Morgan says, "I found your horse," I mean obviously two of the guys there with one horse. So he sees them wanting, like they're there. They could have killed him. They're like, "You need help? Come with us." That for people that are fans of the graphic novel know they're from the place called the Kingdom, and their freaking leader is Ezekiel. Ezekiel is this leader of the kingdom. He has a pet tiger named, I believe her name's Sheba, if I'm not mistaken. She is badass. Like so with this group. The Hilltop and freaking
Can the kingdom rival Negan's people?
not by themselves. That's what I'm saying. There's 3 communities. Once they get their heads out of their ass and realize they need to work together, that's when they take on Negan.
Yeah,
But-
okay.
So it's going to take some time. But there's a lot of things that Negan he still doesn't know about Rick's group. As far as Eugene knows how to reload bullets, so the edge that Rick's going to have, Alexander's going to have, are having mass amounts of ammo. Because they're making their own ammo now. So there's other things that are gonna come up that it's gonna make him a foe that Negan's not used to. He's gonna fucking irritate the shit out of him. He's gonna do things that he's gonna lose his shit a lot, and it's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen. And then when it comes down to it, I mean there's of course there's twists and turns and everything. But like I said, AMC they could change things, and like Scott Gimple had said that they're not going to go exactly the route of the comic, and they made that change the stuff a lot.
So it sounds to me like they might have built that up just fine, from what it sounds like they can do later on in the next season
Yes.
and stuff.
Did anybody else want Carol to die when she was getting shot at?
She should have died.
I was like, I didn't care anymore. I was like, just
Like,
kill
at
her.
that point, yeah, I'm
Just
like,
kill her. Like nobody cares anymore.
a lot of people don't want her to die, but yeah, at that point I was like, just end it over.
If you're gonna turn her character and completely like rip her balls away, then I don't care. I'd rather see her dead.
yeah.
Anybody else miss Shane? At this point, I'm like, fucking just Shane's a loaded gun. Just point him in the right direction.
Well, he becomes the Punisher.
I was gonna say we cannot do nothing with Shane. Shane's good where he is.
Yeah.
Frank Castle rocks.
So to sum this all up and to come to a close.
Okay, let's do this. Let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, not rating the season, but how excited are you for season 7? Scale of 1 to 10.
Really?
Just do it. Just humor me.
10.
Okay.
9.5.
8.
5. Whatever. If the show got canceled tomorrow, I wouldn't be sad. And I like the show. I want to emphasize that. I like the show. But if it got canceled tomorrow, I'd be like, "Pfft, I'm going to assume that was Glenn and I'll be happy. Because I want Glenn to die. Like, bad. I fucking hate Glenn.
We will ask
I
him
want
this
Glenn to
question
die.
a week before the next season comes out,
And I'll be like-
he will be singing a different tune.
I'll be like 5.5.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
No, I like the show. I do. I just, the way it ended and, like, how it slowed down, yeah, I'm not super
They
excited.
just need to chill with all the cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like, and I want to see what's going to happen. I'm not super excited about it.
Okay. With the people from the kingdom, those dudes were wearing like pads
Yeah.
and like basically body armor. Why isn't everybody doing that? Kind of helps with the bitey.
I remember
does.
Glenn had the
It does.
prison
Riot-
riot.
riot
He had the
gear.
riot gear.
Right.
Like,
Like,
I
I was
would-
just like, I'm not going to take that anymore.
Like the zombie
I'd
apocalypse,
ever
as
take
soon
that
as
off.
I can venture out, I'm going to the nearest like hockey stadium. I don't know.
pads.
Yeah.
Hell,
And I would
even
never
need-
take it off.
You can use
Yeah.
freaking magazines and tape them around your arm.
Doesn't
man.
matter.
Seriously, you don't. I mean, they did that.
That's
in
the way they do it in the joint,
They
right?
did that in They did that in what's the World War Z.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He wrapped a magazine around his arms when they were about to go out into the rooftop.
I just
That
remember
helicopter.
Brad Pitt drinking Pepsi. I just really remember the product
Anyway.
placements. He's just like. Okay, so to sum up, some of us really liked it. A lot of us really liked it. I guess I'm in the minority. Not that I didn't like it, but yeah. So that was our thoughts on The Walking Dead season 6 finale, and some things ensued this last season. So we'll talk about The Walking Dead when it comes back in October. Is that when it's coming back?
October.
So 6 months.
And then, next Sunday, Fear the Walking Dead starts up again.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. Hey, let's touch on that just really quickly. So, Fear the Walking Dead starts. It's coming up here, and with that, there's going to be they're going back to they have the 13 episode or 16 episode, I believe, 13 or 16.
Are they getting 16 fucking episodes?
Yeah, they wanted to do it just like The Walking Dead with the first season with 6 episodes. So now, because fans were getting tired of waiting so far in between The Walking Dead ending and starting again. So with this, I believe the timeline is they're going to have a couple months, a break, a couple more months, and then it's
So
going to
there's
start
always going
into-
to be Walking Dead.
Yeah. So Fear the Walking Dead or The Walking Dead. So
So before we do cut it off, did you like Fear the Walking
I
Dead?
love Fear the Walking Dead. I love the build up that the character setup. You have to know the characters. It's in the West Coast. It's in the beginning, and people wanted it all to start real quick, like World War Z. I'm like, that's not how it would start.
No.
I mean, yes, it's fictitious, but if it was real life scenario, there are people dying all the time, heart attacks, drug overdose, blah blah. These people are coming back because of some virus that we know nothing about. Now, when they come back as these reanimated people, undead walkers, whatever you want to call them, and they infect people, and it spreads. So
cool
now-
concept. It's just slow.
It had to be slow in the beginning. The
I'm
last
saying
couple
I-
episodes, the action picked up, and now it's
I
gonna
watched
start with
half
the
of the
action.
first episode, and I've never tried to rewatch it. And
Maybe
it's
you
still
should watch it.
it's still on my DVR. I won't let my girlfriend record it. And she's like, "When are you gonna watch that?" I'm like, "Oh, at some point. I'll get to it at some point."
The last 2 episodes are where the action really, last 2 episodes, the action really picks up, and it's going to start there.
This is like the Arrow
And-
conversation. You told me I had to make it through 23 episodes of season 1 of Arrow just so it starts getting good.
Did I say that?
Yes, because I stopped watching Arrow, and they're like, "No, you got to get all the
Are
way
you
through
watching
because
Arrow
season
now?
2 is really good." Yeah,
Okay.
and sometimes it's not that good.
You're welcome.
I like it because it's discount Batman.
What about how they're trying to create drama with a heroin addict? I don't
I don't care.
like it.
I don't
care about
yeah,
that.
when I saw that he
I
was like
like
the
the
main
rest
guy,
of
I
the
was like, who
show.
cares?
I don't like the heroin addict aspect.
The
like,
junkie
I
died.
need my pills.
Oh, the brother?
Like,
Yeah.
nah.
It was pretty annoying.
Yeah.
I did like the show. I thought.
I'll give it.
Fear the
I
Walking
will
Dead
give it.
show-
I need to give it a
Give it a
shot.
shot.
I know. I will.
Well, it's the same
Only
thing with
6
a lot of
episodes.
shows. Think about it. How many shows do you start watching the first episode? You're like, and then all of a sudden
It
you're
pulls you.
hooked
Yeah,
after
so-
3 or 4
Give it
episodes.
a
Sometimes it takes a
You
while.
give it a chance. It's 6 episodes, and like I said, you got to remember it's the beginning. Essentially, this is when Rick was in his coma, and those
Is that what it was?
those little snippets that we've been seeing through the Walking Dead with the plane. There's a scene in Fear the Walking Dead where they see a plane coming in, and they don't know what the hell's wrong with it. So you're going to see. I mean, that's these little short things they've been showing in the commercial breaks of Walking Dead this season. That's the plane coming from Atlanta to LA. So you're going to see. From what I heard, there's some characters from that airplane that are going to have something to do in this next season of Fear the
Nice.
Walking Dead. So I don't know if they're going to be as walkers or what, but
That'd be fun.
so
Okay, so watch The Walking Dead. Watch Fear the Walking Dead, I guess. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the world's greatest news and reviews. Come back for our next video, which will probably be the Star Wars thing one, most likely. Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll get something else up. So come back and join us again. Thank you.